Hello, Facebook, YouTube, and any Instagram fam that has come over. And I am being blinded again. Y'all should know I need to really fix this so I don't deal with this every interview. I have sun blinding me every interview at the beginning. Just the way the sun is coming in this window that's right here, it blinds me. But I am so sorry, guys. I know y'all are used to me running 5 or 10 minutes late anyway, but never this late. But it is completely my fault, not Sarah's. I actually, in all honesty, because guys, I am real with y'all, I fell asleep. Yes, I fell asleep on the couch doing work. I've me and my husband has actually been binge watching Merlin. And I usually don't get into those type of shows. But me and him have totally different tastes a lot of times when it comes to TV shows. And so I usually don't get into the things that he likes or vice versa. But he's got me hooked on watching Merlin.
I've never even heard of it.
It's a sorcerer show. Merlin is he has magic. I don't know. And it's set back in oh God, my history is terrible. Camelot and Sir Lancelot and King Arthur days, whatever. And it's actually good. I've gotten just hooked on it. And so we've been binge watching that. So we were actually up till 3:00 this morning watching that.
Oh.
Yeah. And
That's
because
nuts.
you know how it is when you binge watch something and it's a series and they're really good if they leave you hanging. And then, so at the end of an episode, if it leaves you hanging and then you've got to watch that next one. Well, that's the way it was last night. Everyone we ended, we were like, oh God, we have to watch the next one. We have to watch the next one. And then finally at 3:00, I was like, quit. We can't watch anymore. Stop. And then, of course, I was still up at 7:30 this morning. So I guess I was just exhausted and yeah, it caught up with me. So I apologize for that. That's going to cut us short on our time because unfortunately, Sarah has another show that she has to do tonight. So, and that's why I'm looking all horrible like this. So y'all just ignore that. But it's not me that y'all want to see anyway. It's Sarah, and she is looking lovely as ever. And I'm so glad that you've joined me. Thank you. If y'all have been watching Route 66 IG today, you have seen multiple clips from Sarah and her cute little goats.
Yeah.
I just have to ask you about your goats first, and then we'll get into the good stuff of your music. But so how long have you had your goats?
We just got them in March, actually. They were born in January, and the soonest we could get them was when they're 3 months old. So we just got them in March.
Oh, and what made you want goats? Because obviously they're pets. You don't have them like, out just chomping the grass away. They're obviously your babies.
Oh, they do chomp the grass away. They just don't do a good enough job. We still have to cut the grass. And literally there's a house at the corner of like the two main roads. We live kind of out in like what we consider the country. There's people that have like the country in Tennessee is like 10 acres and above, but we're from Michigan. So we're like, the country is an acre. We think this is the country. So there's a lot at the corner of the main roads that has horses and goats. And we would just drive by. And I would just look over at Ryan and be like, I really want goats. He'd be like, okay, let's get them. And I didn't think he was going to like be okay with it. And then we have some neighbors that were like, hey, if you guys are serious about getting goats, like I know someone that has goats, they breed them and he sells them sometimes, he might be able to help you. So we call this guy and sure enough, he's like, yeah, I've got a couple goats that are pregnant right now and they're probably going to be having babies in January if you want to, buy a couple of those. And we were like, what's happening? So then we had goats. It was just kind of one of those things where it's just like we saw them and we loved them and thought we might want them as pets, and then we're the kind of people that just kind of do it. We just
Angie just commented goat yoga, and I tell you, the other day when you said that it might involve goats, that is seriously where my brain went. I thought maybe she does goat yoga.
So one of them does. One of them does, and it's not like, it doesn't really require a lot of training because the goats are so curious. Like
Yeah.
literally, if I go on my hands and knees on the ground and my back is flat, 2 seconds later I have a goat on me, walking around like this. It feels really good on my back. I mean, as long as it's not bearskin, because sometimes she likes to paw at me. I
Yeah.
don't even know if that's what it's called. I'm such an amateur goat owner. But like if she scratches and like my shirt comes up, then she's just scratching bare skin. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah,
Oh,
she
that's
just
so
walks
cute.
around on my back and it's cool.
That is so cute.
Yeah.
I've often wondered about goat yoga, but not to the point that I've went and tried it yet. But it's interesting concept.
My
But
guess would be that it would be very relaxing because they're really relaxing, really fun, cute animals. So
they are. They are. As long as it's not a Billy, because they can be quite mean. Protective, I would say. Very protective, but they're fun. I don't know if you can see the comments or not, but yeah,
I
Angie
can't,
said,
unfortunately.
"Oh,
So
she
please
said
read
all
them to
fun and
me.
games until they poop on you."
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's gonna happen. I guarantee it. Like they drop
Oh
poop
yeah.
like anywhere. I mean, they'll walk and poop. It comes without warning. Like they're just
Oh
poop
yeah.
machines. Our deck is covered in it.
Oh yeah. Now, do they have free range of your property, or do you keep them pinned up all the time?
No, they have free range. We
That's
have a
cool.
pen for them, just so like they can eat and the dogs don't get in there and eat their food and stuff like that. So sometimes we have to keep them just a little bit separate so that they can do their business. But other than that, during the day, they're just roaming wherever they want to go.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah.
I would have tons of animals if I could. I mean, we have like 3.5 acres where we live, and we could have, I mean, I've had dogs, can't have cats. My son's allergic, but he's getting ready to go off to college. So, hey, I
We're
could
getting
get
a
me
cat.
yeah, could get me a
Surprise!
cat. But I mean, I would have horses, cows, pigs. I would have like the whole 9 yards if I had a farm.
My husband wants donkeys. He's like, we're gonna get donkeys. I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna put donkeys? He's
Yeah.
like, we're getting them. I'm like, okay, man.
That'd be quite interesting. Oh, Angie is a veterinarian. So lots of stories on all things goat, she says. Oh, okay, that's fun.
Is this
I may have
Angie
to have you
Zinkus by
on one day.
chance?
We can just talk about that.
Is this Angie Zinkus by chance?
Yes.
Oh, that's my good friend Angie. Hi, Angie. How are you?
Yeah. All right. Well, without further ado, let's just let you kick things off with a song. Since my fault, we are running late. We're gonna condense things a little bit, and since Sarah has a show later, we're only gonna have her
that's
two shows,
Angie, why don't
two
you stop
songs
barking,
instead of
please?
3 or 4. So we will just let her. Oh, Angie said no donkeys.
Okay,
said,
I
no
will
donkeys.
relay the message. He really wants them.
They are super cute. I mean, there's something just, I don't know, so cute about a donkey. Oh, yeah.
We have a friend. We were at a pool party like last month, and she's got 9 donkeys, and she's got like mammoth donkeys and then mini donkeys and everything in between. And we're like, we need 1 or 2 or as many as she'll give us. And she's like, I will bring home them to the right people. And we were like, can we be the right people? Are we the right
people? We have a donkey farm down the road from us, and they have, I don't know what kind of donkeys they are. I'm not up on donkeys. But I know they have like regular sized donkeys, and then they have the mini ones, and they are so cute. So cute. Yeah. I could so have a couple of the little ones. They're so cute. Angie's just right on this. She said there is some reason they're giving them away. she's
no, she loves her donkeys.
All right, what are we going to hear from you first?
So I'll play a song that I wrote with my friend Tony Luca, and this one's going on. I'm actually in the process of working on a project right now. I'm working on an album. So I released a single already in May. And then once I did that, I was like, I write so many songs, and they're all so personal to me. I wanted to kind of put them all together on one thing. And then this was kind of a late addition to it. I've played it a few times, and it's so relevant to what we're going through right now. It's called Already, and the main idea of the song is like, you know, what if the grass beneath your feet is already green? And it's about, you know, just really appreciating where you are and doing what you can with what you have. I mean, I've
I
just
like
found
that.
myself thinking so many times of you get more of what you focus on. And
Mhm.
unfortunately, I have seen a trend of just a lot of focus in this day and age of people needing more, wanting more, always needing more, especially when the society says, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that and you have to stay in your house and blah, blah. Everyone wants to be like, oh, I can do whatever I want and I can do this and I can do that. And why can't I do this and blah, blah. And I just have found so much more joy personally in just enjoying kind of where I am and doing what I can with what I have.
Yeah.
So I
I
wrote a
like
song about it,
I like that.
and it's called Already, and I would love to play it for you.
All right.
Told you all those things they thought somehow could hold you. Catch you doing everything just like you're supposed to. If only you stay in line. Gave you every reason under the sun to make you second guess the road you're on and where it leads to. Now it's on you to get it right. You see the grass is greener on the other side. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. Good things come in their own time, you'll see. When you plant your dreams in perfect little rows, it leaves no room for them to grow. You spend all your time chasing so many things. Could it be grass beneath your feet is already green? Yeah, the truth is half of everyone you know is clueless, pretending they know what it is they're doing. Yeah, the proof is just don't fit them right. You see the grass is greener on the other side. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. Good things come in their own time, you'll see. When you plant your dreams in perfect little rows, it leaves no room for them to grow. You spend all your time chasing so many things. Could it be grass beneath your feet is already green? You see the grass is greener on the other side. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. Good things come in their own time, you'll see. Let your dreams in these perfect little rows, and leaves no room for them to grow. Spend all your time chasing so many things. Could it be grass beneath your feet is already green? Oh, could it be grass beneath your feet is already green?
That was beautiful.
Thank you. I
Beautiful.
appreciate that so much. I even got a couple
And
woos from the
very
downstairs gallery, which would be my husband. Sounds like he's washing dishes or golf balls or something.
and very much relevant, as you said. so often people are just not satisfied with what they have.
Mm-hmm.
And they always think the grass is greener on the other side. And if they
Mm-hmm.
would just stop and take a minute and appreciate what they do have, it's very oftentimes enough.
Well, and I think it's amazing what you can grow from what you have. Like you're saying, I know
Yeah.
maybe your current situation doesn't have maybe what you're looking for, but like, what if you watered it a little? What if you
Yeah.
put love into what you have around you, the resources you have, whatever those may be? Put love into those as opposed to focusing on, it would be so much better if this, it'd be so much better if that. Well, I can't guarantee that my life would actually be better if I had $1 million. So I'm just going to water what I have and see what happens.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, I love that. I love that. I like that very much.
Thank you.
Um, Now, I know what I was thinking as I was listening to you sing, but who are some of your musical inspirations? Who inspires you?
I have a huge, a big part of my influence, I would say, especially as a songwriter and just as like a female in country-ish music, because we can get into that maybe another time or if we have time today. I don't consider myself a country artist, really, I wouldn't say.
Mhm.
But Ashley McBryde is a huge inspiration for me. And then also just like recently, I've really fallen more and more in love with Lindsay L and Tennille Townes, and those people. But I have a huge like rock influence in my background. So I love Grace Potter.
Mhm.
I love Fleetwood Mac. I love Queen and Bad Company and all those like classic rock things too. So I'm really, as far as like musical
Yeah.
taste and influence, I'm literally all over the place.
Yeah. I was thinking a little bit Sheryl Crow.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny you said that. When I first got to Nashville and I was writing with, I forget who I was even writing with, but they came back and they were like, they gave me some kind of comment of like like a modern day spin on a Sheryl Crow. And I was like, girl, that is great because she's done okay, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I,
Yeah,
I
I
can dig on
definitely
some
got
Sheryl
that
Crow too.
vibe.
Actually, her most recent album is like Threads. It's like so amazing. She's got like Willie Nelson on there and like Keith Richards, I believe, is on the album. Like she has so many people on the album. The album is so good.
Oh, I love her. Love, love, love her. And I'm like you. I have a huge variety of music that I love. So like
Mhm.
everybody that you named, I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Um, you look at my Spotify, it is the range is crazy. I mean, it's everywhere from um Southern gospel to the classic rock, from one
totally.
end of the spectrum to the other and everything in between except classical. I just can't do that. But it's funny as I say that, except classical, I'm actually having like next month a violin player on.
Oh, yay.
Just it's totally out of the box from what I normally do, but this chick is just freaking amazing.
That's
And she
awesome.
like plays rock songs on her violin.
Oh,
She
yeah.
Oh my god, she is amazing.
I'll have to tune in for that one
Um,
for sure.
yeah, so I'm like, "Okay, I can definitely dig this."
Mhm.
But yeah, I was definitely vibing a little bit of Sheryl Crow with you. So yeah, I love that. I can't wait to see, um, what all you come out with and what you do. It's just, oh,
Thank
and
you.
especially now after hearing your inspirations or who you like, I love Ashley McBryde. I mean, Tennille Townes, come on. She is just freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's crazy. Angie again says Sarah is the legit next big country star. I'm a super fan and cannot wait to see her play next week at the 2020 Operation Freedom Jam.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm playing a
Operation
show in St.
Freedom
Louis
Jam.
called the Freedom Jam, and I'm so excited about it.
Where's this at?
It's in St. Louis. Actually, it's in St. Peters, Missouri, but it's at this place called Diamond. It's the Diamond Event Center. And my friend Brian Judy is putting it on. And I say friend like loosely, like he literally asked me via social media, hey, I found your music. I like your vibe. And at the time, the situation we were in was like his docket was full, but he was like, I would really love to have you at this event. So like, are you cool with maybe like fitting a few songs in between someone's set? And maybe I can have you like sing the national anthem. I don't even know if you like singing the national anthem, but would you be interested? And I was like, Brian, here's the thing. I was a collegiate athlete, which means I was also a high school athlete. And for both of those adventures, I sang the national anthem at my own soccer games, like before I would go on the field. And I did my master's degree, which it makes no sense why I have one, but I do. And so I would sing the national anthem at those D1 basketball games as well. So like the national anthem has been like a thing for me, and he never even knew that.
Yeah.
So he was like, will you kick it all off with the national anthem? I was like, hell yeah. So I'm doing that. And then because of COVID, there were a couple of acts that decided to kind of change their schedules a little bit and just decide against it. So now he was like, well, if you want to move into like a full 30-minute set, you can have your own set. I was like, let's go. So I'm so excited. I'm going to be playing the 2020 Freedom Jam. It's August 29th, which is next Saturday. And there's going to be music from literally 2 p.m. until 11 p.m. It's going to be so awesome.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So many events have been canceled because of COVID, and it's just got, artists just itching to be back out there playing literally anywhere almost, because they just haven't, been able to go and tour and play like they're used to. So obviously that's been driving you a little bit crazy as well.
A little bit.
Yeah. So have you been like everybody else during this time then, and just kind of just dove into writing more music and writing songs? And is that what's filled most of your time, or what have you been doing?
I would say yes. I did a ton of writing, and I really, I trusted myself before COVID to write my own stuff, but like, I think this really helped me trust myself, because I don't know, if for anything that you know about me, like I'm very much a against the grain kind of person, kind of go my own way kind of person. I'll figure it out. If I don't know how to do it already, I can learn. And I guess like there was a part of me that kind of listened to like the other people and started to think that maybe like songwriting and music was something that I couldn't necessarily trust myself with, and I would need help with, and I have to co-write, and I have to do this, and I have to do that. Well, I'm here to tell you that Corona has been amazing for me in the fact that I have realized that, not that I don't like help or co-writing or whatever, don't get me wrong, but like your girl doesn't necessarily need that.
Right. Yeah.
My writing background is like, it's so extensive. Like I literally have been writing poetry and things since I was like a kid to like cope with my tough childhood and all that stuff. So as far as material to write with, I'm never short of ideas, but I'm really thankful for COVID, because I've just been in my studio. I'm in my studio right now, and I've just been in here, like really kind of honing my ideas and honing who I am as an artist, and really kind of figuring a lot of things out, and really just trusting myself. Like, this is my dream, and it's my thing to chase. And like, I can just do it how I want to do it. So I've been really thankful for that.
Yes.
And actually also I've been doing a lot of lives online, but also I started doing live shows downtown Dixon. So like there's a park downtown Dixon, an outdoor park. It's beautiful. And there's a stage. So a couple weeks ago, I sent an email to the city, and I was like, hey, I would really love to provide music to the city if you guys are into that. And they're like, sure. So now on Thursday nights, I go downtown and play music, and it's, I've just been trying to find ways that I can give back. Like, what are ways that I can spread light is basically been my thing.
Yeah, I love that. That is amazing. And I love that self-discovery that you did during this time, and just boosted your self-esteem.
Yeah.
Like out of this world. Yeah, I've heard so many artists say, or that they have been told, oh, you need to do co-writes. You need to do co-writes. You need to enhance your writing by doing co-writes. And like, I'm like, why? I mean, I get it. It's always good to
a good co-write
with
just
other
as much as the
people.
next person. Yeah.
And collaborate. You never know what you might come up with. That's all well and good. But don't be so quick to dismiss what that person has to offer on their own. And kudos to you for realizing that and saying, this girl don't need that. I'm okay if I have it or if I don't have it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
especially you being a woman in country music to stand up and say that.
Yeah. And I think that we love Dave Matthews Band in our house.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like I said, I love Ashley, and she's obviously writes all the things that she does too. And I actually really did a deep dive into like Dave Matthews as an artist, like beyond what we see at shows. My husband's been to like 90 Dave Matthews shows. He's a super fan, like a super
Wow.
fan. Stacey, I'm not kidding. Like the dude loves Dave Matthews. And now because of that, like I really love music of all kinds. And I've always liked Dave Matthews, but now I love Dave Matthews because
Yeah.
his story is incredible. Like I looked up his list of songs, and he has co-writers on maybe 10% of them. So his catalog is like maybe 80 or 90 songs, and he writes all this stuff. And if you ever listen to his lyrics, he's got such in-depth, amazing lyrics. He's a great guitar player. But I've just really been gaining a ton of inspiration from Dave Matthews Band and just the way that he carries himself as an artist, because I think he's extremely philanthropic. I love his heart, and I love his music, and I love how he writes. So that's actually also been a great inspiration of mine during COVID, to just do the damn thing your own self, because who cares?
Yeah. Oh my God. I love you even more than I did before this interview. Oh, yeah.
Girl.
I love that. And I'm definitely not one of these people that think, oh, woe me, women don't have it fairly, blah, blah, blah. No, I think we have as much choice and chance as anybody else does. It's what we put into it.
I think you focus on what you find, or find what you focus on.
Exactly. I mean, sometimes is maybe a man chosen over a woman for the same role that we both could do? Yeah, probably. But I don't get lost in that.
Yeah.
And, I'm never been shy to admit that what I'm good at or what I'm not good at. And the fact that you are owning that about yourself and your songwriting, I love it.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. You just continue doing that. So other than Dave Matthews, since you have this newfound love for him, thanks to your husband's obsessiveness, and we will call it obsessiveness.
Oh, it's obsessive.
At 90.
His violin is signed by Boyd Tinsley. He's in the fan club. He waits in line. He does all the things. He's obsessed.
That's awesome. I love that. Everybody should have that crazy super fan.
I'm like, I want fans like that. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Everybody wants fans like that. Yeah. Of course. If you had like a magic button, and I'm watching the time because we're running close. If you had like a magic button that you could press, and voila, you get to open for anybody that you want.
This is so hard. I think my knee-jerk reaction is Ash McBride, but my second comment to that is like, I want to challenge myself to the next level, and I want to share the stage with her. Like, I would love to open for her, but I would love to share it with her too. Like,
you go, girl. Yes.
But I think also, like, I would love to. I know, I've been to a few Lumineers shows as well. Lumineers I'm a huge Lumineers fan. And we've been to a couple of their shows, and, I've seen their openers, and I know they're like maybe a little more indie rock than I am, but I would kill to open for them. Or like Mumford. I mean, that's my other, like, I'm all over the place with music, Stacey. I just love so much stuff that I'm just like.
That's awesome. That is awesome. You are going to be on my list to go see for sure.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Yes. Your attitude about your music and where you're going with it, that is the attitude that everybody needs to have.
And to that, I will say, I don't come by this extremely naturally. I'm not, like, historically, I do have a lot of anxiety and depression in my past. And I've done a ton of mindset coaching and investing in myself. And I think it's all coming together at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Because I will always believe in humility, and I will always believe that you catch more bees with honey. I'll never believe in being cocky or conceited or anything like that. But I will credit mindset work and investing in myself with
Oh yeah, definitely.
appropriating myself with confidence and the ability to know that I can do this. If these dreams are in my heart, I can have them.
Oh yeah. And never once did I even have a remote thought of cockiness. It's just pure confidence.
Perfect.
And usually when someone has it that strongly, it comes from a place of trauma somewhere in the past. So I can definitely relate to that.
And
Um,
there's a lot of it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
never shy to share my story. That's totally why I write songs and I wear my heart on my sleeve. And I always think that, I hope it's as therapeutic for y'all as it is for me, is
Oh
basically
yeah.
my take.
Yeah. I definitely caught on to that there's more to you than we know. And so maybe we'll have a follow-up interview about where Sarah came from.
Sure.
Yeah, there's definitely more there, I can tell. And that's what's giving you your strength. And I love that. Because that's all about me. And that's actually how I started doing social media and
Okay.
why. So there's like a whole nother story. There's my friend Jovan. Jovan is here from Scotland. He's
Yay!
my
We're in the UK.
Yes, he is my faithful fan. He comes on every show that I've done so far since he discovered me, and he has a great show as well. So hello to you, Jovan. But yeah, I am so hating that I was running late tonight and we got a late start because I know there is so much more to you that we have just not even yet discovered. So we definitely need to set up another interview because we have come to an end of this
unfortunately,
short time that we have. I know, and it's totally my fault. Again, I apologize so much. I feel really, really bad now because I just want to talk so much more. But we will definitely do that soon again.
Yeah, let's definitely do a follow-up. I would love to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so before you sing your last song, of course, anybody watching, listening now, watching the replay later, you can follow Sarah on IG, Facebook. She has music out on Spotify. I know Spotify is the only thing I look at, but I imagine you have it on all other platforms as well. So y'all be sure to go find her, follow her, listen to her music, download it, stream it, whatever you do, whatever type of platform you use. Make sure you follow Sarah. And what do you want to close us out with?
I'll close you out with Before You.
All right.
And I always say, when I play the acoustic version, if you like the acoustic version, then you should hear what it sounds like with real instruments, with people that actually know how to play them.
Yeah, sometimes I love this stripped down acoustic version better.
I think that's true too, but I just love the drums in this one. And then I will leak out a little known fact is that on this new project, we're doing a re-release of this song. So go ahead and go get attached to the one that's out right now, because then I'm going to give you another one to get attached to in a couple months.
All right.
So
yes.
This one is actually, this is a true story as well. I was meeting up with my friends, Golden West, and we were going to write a fun Friday jam, and then I kind of hijacked it with my own story like I normally do. And this is about, this song is really dedicated to people that, if they feel like their person isn't out there and they just feel like they're better off alone, because I was there. I mean, I dealt with all the assholes, holes punched in my walls, cops called, cheating, all the shit. I did all the things. And I was like, forget this noise. It is not for me. I would rather be by myself for the rest of my life than deal with this. And then I was in a bar and I was meeting a friend, and this guy walked up to me and he said, "Hey, how you doing?" And I was like, I don't even know you. But we ended up closing down the bar that night, and we went to a hockey game later because I'm a humongous Red Wings fan. And it was still kind of a point of contention in our house because he's from Chicago, so he's a Blackhawks fan, and it's very unfortunate, but it's fine. We get through it. And that was 5 years ago. So
yeah.
So I just think that, to anyone that feels like they're on an island and they're alone and the person's not out there, it comes when you least expect it. And that sounds cliche AF. I get it, but it's the truth.
So true.
I
Yep.
wasn't looking at all. And actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to cuss, so I'll just censor it. He goes, "Are you meeting a guy here?" And I was like, "F no." And he was like, "Okay, noted, got it, okay." He's like, "I don't even know if this girl's interested in dating, but we figured it out. So here we are."
Awesome.
So this one's called Before You. You can stream it on all the places. It's available on my website. It's my first single, and you never forget your first. So here it goes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I thought that it was perfect. It wasn't working. I was wasting all my time. So damn certain that I would never find something worth it. Someone worth it. I was in a couldn't see the stars at night. Couldn't count the fireflies. Take a little kind of mood. Think for you, those neon lights and shine as bright. Never realized that my whole life can be summarized in a word or two. Think for you, just getting by myself and I don't by my side on a Friday night. Didn't think that I need something new. Think for you. Think for you. You surprised me when you walked across the room, hypnotized me, staring in those baby blues, couldn't fight it. It was something so familiar, we can't deny it. We can't deny it. Now how can this be possible with someone that I barely know, never felt the way I do? Think of you, those neon lights and shine as bright. Never realized that my whole life can be summarized in a word or two. Think of you, just getting by myself and I know I'm by my side on a Friday night. Didn't think that I need something new. Think of you. Think of you. How can this be possible? Someone that I barely know. Think for you, those neon lights didn't shine as bright. Didn't think that I need something new. Think for you, those neon lights didn't shine as bright. Never realized that my whole life could be summarized in a word or two. Think for you, just getting by myself and I know I'm by my side on a Friday night. Didn't think that I need something new. That was big for you. Think for you. Think for you. Oh, big for you. Think for you.
Yeah.
And that's the jam.
I think a lot, maybe not a lot of people, but some people have that before you. I could have wrote that song myself.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
your life is like black and white, and you're like everything's kind of and then you meet a person, you're like, oh, so
A good
this
person.
is what being happy feels like.
Yeah.
It actually makes the other times that I thought I was happy and I thought it was the one, I thought it was the right decision, look like a joke.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, I can definitely relate to that. Definitely. Similar situation with me meeting my husband. It was like I was not looking, last thing on my mind, and lo and behold, here we are 17 years later, still together. So
yeah, that's what I like to hear. I love when people are like, it's the Cupid phase, it'll wear off. I'm like, no, we have a lot of fun.
yeah, we do too.
That's how we know, because we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we don't have everything in common, but
that would make it boring.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. That would be boring. And we challenge each other, and that's what it's all about. And we can get in the stupidest knockdown drag out, not literally, but and 9 times out of 10, it's over something stupid that we don't even remember what it was about.
Yeah.
And then we just pick up and go on, and that's how we've made it 17 years. So
that's what you got to do. It's not, sometimes it's just not personal.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to get your little spats out and call it fine.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But it is, yeah, it's great when you find the one, especially after you've had a bunch of not the ones.
And I think also the message of that song is like, you don't have to settle. If you feel like
Absolutely.
you're having a hard time and like you're not feeling quite right about it, you don't have to settle.
Nope.
There are people out there that will make you feel that way.
Oh yeah. I firmly believe there's someone for everyone out there.
Absolutely.
You just have to be patient. Don't want it so bad that you're out there grabbing at the first thing that comes along, or, you know, whatever. Be picky. You know, you know, I wish all the young women out there would listen to us. You know, but they're not.
They go for like
they're gonna have to figure it out on their own, just like we did. But yeah, and not just young women, but young men. You know, they don't have to settle either.
That's true.
And yeah, so we're not going to turn this into a therapy session because you have to go do another show.
It is. Music is therapy, though. I think that's how I've gotten off my BS is damn songs, whether I write them or listen to them.
It absolutely is. Music is so healing. That's when, like, if I'm in a funk, like, the best thing that I can do is just crank up the music. I don't do it so much anymore, but I used to just love to just get in my car and turn the radio up as loud as I could and just drive.
Yep.
And that was the best therapy ever for me.
Absolutely.
But yeah. And even if it's a song that makes me just cry my eyes out, because then, I mean, ultimately that makes me feel better.
Sometimes you need that too.
Yeah, exactly. There's a song for every reason, for every occasion. It's out there. And you've definitely got them going on for us. You keep turning them out for us, and we will keep listening.
Thank you.
You go do your other show, and we are going to have you back on again. And for those that have tuned in and watched this live or will watch the replay, thank you. Be sure to tune in again next week for more to come. And be sure to go follow Sarah and download her music. Thank you, everybody. Y'all have a good night and great rest of the weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys so much.